Hello YouTube land, it is me Justin King again with another video. It is late in the year to do this, but for me it's better late than never. I am going over being on YouTube as a content creator for 3 years in a row. Woohoo! So this will hopefully, because I think it's supposed to be, a pretty short video where I'm just gonna go over some stats that I've accomplished, things that I tried out, what I think about my 3rd year of YouTube as I am now in 2021 going through my 4th year. Before I do that, I have some official YouTube notification stuff to let you know about. Just recently, YouTube again had a comment in my comment section that someone listed. When I click on the individual comment to expand it to look to see what they wrote, it's not there. So I only see probably 2 sentences out of everything they wrote, and there's no way for me to ask what did they say, to acknowledge that they had a comment that I saw, or to try and connect with these people, which sucks because the whole point of YouTube is connecting to others through sharing what we do. So in order to fix that, I'm going to continue to ask you that if you want to send something to me as a comment and I don't say anything, please take the time to send it over and over again until I respond back to you. Because if I respond back to you, that means that I saw it. And don't feel like you're a bother. I really don't care if you send me the same message like 5 times and the 5th one shows up, or the last 3 show up eventually. Better to engage with me if that's what your goal is than never. And then the last thing that I wanted to discuss is that YouTube is also not showing my videos in some of my subscribers' subscription box. So in order to fix this little error, what I ask you to do is to press the notification bell after you subscribe to my channel. I have gotten notifications from others that this is solving the problem for some. So if that is still a problem you're going through, or you're just finding that out, I highly suggest you do that to try and fix things. On to the video. Last year was my 3rd year of being on YouTube in total. It shows that I had a total of 6,405 views. I thank you so much at all of those people who took the time to look at the work that I put into making these videos. It helps motivate me to keep going. And that I gained a total of 190 subscribers in the year, which I am so blessed. And I usually thank every one of the people that I can see, if you put the option to allow others to see when you subscribe to them, and my every 100 increase videos for subscribers, where I usually do that and a giveaway. So if you want more detail about that, you can see that in one of my other playlists that I'll put up here. But I just want to point out that here is a total accumulation of things that happen to really thank you about that. And they also listed my top 10 videos that were viewed that year. My first one was You Choose Goth Reacts, Cyber aka Syringe, which was a whole fucking ride for me as a goth who doesn't listen to rap or SoundCloud rap or anything like that. It was quite the journey. And if you want to see that, you can check that up in my cards. I'm not going to card every single video that were my top, because you can only do 5 cards in the video, and that would also probably be obnoxious. The next one is my quick talk, Goth, Nazi, Chic, and Susie Sue. As I was expecting, some of these people were butthurt about what I believe about Susie Sue being a white colonizer, basically, who also does things for shock, but in that it is tone deaf coming from a white person, especially taking a native person's name as your own. So just coupled with that, bringing the whole Nazi chic thing was not a good look for that in me, and I just discussed that there. And of course, I had some white people and non-white people trying to support her and stan her because of her musical accolades in the subculture. But I'm like, okay, you have to understand that besides the accolades, there's also a person that's like really messed up here. So that kind of created a stir. The third one is my unsung black goth musician, Screaming Jay Hawkins, which makes me very, very happy. I started my unsung black goth musicians series with this video, and it has been one that I have done research for. It's made me learn and grow more within the music part of our subculture, which is the Gothic Foundation. And it's just been a real good ride. And I have more black artists who have contributed to the goth music scene that I will be sharing with you that need to have their roses given to them, which social media, especially on YouTube, hasn't yet. The next one is You Choose Goth Reacts Crime Wave 420, which I'm so glad y'all really love the You Choose I React segment that I have. I ended up creating that because people kept commenting, hey, have I seen this? Have I done this? What's my thoughts on that? Yada, yada, yada. And I was like, hey, if people really want to know, I should show you that instead of just doing a quick little comment on the video. I think it would be more impactful and more engageful for you to see that. So it's good to see that people are really catching on with that. And I hope to have one of those up soon too, to try and catch up on that, because I'm still on 2018 responding to comments with that. I have a lot of series going on. The last one I'm going to do is just the number 5, because I think going through all the top 10 as I'm going through this is kind of a lot. So my top 5th video was Goth Reacts to Horrorcore Rap Genre. You Choose, I React. So y'all really loved the You Choose I React, and y'all really loved me responding to basically SoundCloud rappers and the new age rappers, which, can y'all put in the comment section below, why do y'all want this goth to watch rap videos, and why do you want this goth to react to rap videos? I don't know what, like, the connection is. To me, it's like night and day, so I don't know why people want me to, like, actually respond to those, but they do, and they love to see it. I know that a lot of people, when it comes to doing content creator work, say to look at what people respond to and just replicate more of that. But I'm going to be honest, I am not going to be the goth that watches and listens to new age or newer rap people. I'm just not. I'm going to stick to my guns of just going over what people suggest in the chat and just go from there. I'm glad y'all really enjoyed what I did do in 2020, but just don't feel like that's going to be the end all be all, because it's not going to be. So when it comes to the little factors of where y'all were finding me the most in 2020, it looks like most of y'all were finding me through searching YouTube or through other people or my own channel pages themselves, which is kind of interesting when it comes to the channel pages, because that kind of means that you're invested in me. You already know my name, or you kind of recognize me a little bit and you want to dive deeper into that. And I love to see that y'all kind of already know me a little bit, since I have been doing YouTube for a little bit and I'm not like the new kid on the block anymore. I have multiple platforms sharing the content that I'm creating, and I love to see that y'all are focusing on that. In fact, when I go through where most people find me, it's either Facebook, a Google search, YouTube itself, coffee.com, which is the tipping jar that I have. So if you see my videos and you want to help contribute to the work and effort that I put in and pay me for the work and effort I put in, you can give me a $3 or more tip there. Those really solidify the advertising I do on those platforms, and I really love to see that happen. I hope it continues to grow in 2021 because those are places that I'm really focused on sharing my content outside of YouTube with. It's just chef's kiss that that's kind of what happened. And then it also goes over my playlist that people love the most in 2020. The one that people love the most is the Goth Buys Black, Black-owned business haul, which means a lot to me. I say it in that series, if you watch it at any time, that in coronavirus land in 2020, the small business owners that are hurting the most are Black-owned businesses, specifically women. Black-owned businesses are hurting the most, and that before Corona, the dollar quickly exited from the Black community once it was put in it. So we were already at a disadvantage before Corona, and Corona just like beat small businesses up. People were closing. People were struggling to keep things afoot, and some still are. And to show that my small little way of giving back to the community by not only buying, but showcasing what I bought and being really honest about that and real really makes me feel good, because I don't have a huge amount of money as of yet, but it is coming. I claim and affirm that financial wealth is my birthright, that my little contribution is something that y'all actually really like. From there, the next one is the unsung Black goth musicians, which is pretty similar to the Goth Buys Black mentality for me. I know that when most white goth YouTubers who are very popular talk about the music, they rarely discuss musicians in these bands that are Black, or the artists that are all Black bands, or the individual singer-songwriters that are Black. And I got tired of that because we were there in the 80s. We were there when it was starting, and we still are here. So for something of sharing the visibility of us in the community that are musicians, because musicians are important because they're the ones that are creating the content, because it all starts, this culture from the music is so important. So to see that y'all agree with that is just really awesome. The next one is just Goth Talks, which is funny as hell to me because my Goth Talks is just a way to aggregate a playlist, because I was told that it's good to have a playlist for every single video that you have. And that's literally just me shooting the shit about various topics that don't really have a specific outline. So I think that's funny that that is one of my top playlists. So y'all just really want to see me shoot the shit if I'm not talking about Black stuff, which, okay, good to hear. I will be shooting the shit. And after that, the last one is my Black Goth Disability Diaries video, which is sweet because those are long, those are detailed, and people don't like hearing about people in pain and struggling and dealing with a lot of financial things, you know. To hear that there are people that do enjoy to listen, those challenging concepts really work great with me. Something I started doing in 2020, I believe, is really focusing on making my thumbnails a little bit more appropriate. Instead of me just making a face or me being dressed up and looking nice in the videos, I decided to start doing more videos that were engaging with the content that I had. So it would be screenshot of me and whatever content I would be reviewing, or a photo of the people I was going to talk about, or a still of me and a product that I was talking about. I kind of changed a little bit with my YouTubing that way. And if that didn't work, then I would be putting out me in some sort of words with it. So I'm kind of growing a little bit in my finessing with the channel. I also feel that with my growth in that year, something else that I also did was focus on making my photos a little bit better. Because I know, for example, with my Black-owned brand, review videos. I started out just with the image, but now I had a system where I had an oldies video and a new to me video. I had actual screenshots of the website, and I feel that I am becoming a little bit more organized, or maybe just a little more clear on how I want to present myself in YouTube land. And it's cool to see me finding my little gate with that. What I'm hoping with it this year in 2021, I'm focusing on quite a few things. I'm focusing on building a website that I will reveal when I feel it looks better. I'm focusing on keywords a little bit more. I'm focusing on my quality of lighting. So I have quite a bit to go over after 2021 is done with what I am moving into. And I'm excited to see where we go. For those of you who are old to me, thank you for sticking with me, and let's keep going on the journey. And if this is your first video and you want to keep going, I hope you enjoy the ride. This is me, until next time, this is me, Justin King again, and I will talk to you later. Bye, YouTube land.